So guys, welcome back into the channel, and I tell you what, we are delivering an absolute treat for you guys. We are rolling back the years and we are heading all the way back to Championship Manager 2008. I was going back and forth, deciding which team I wanted to manage back in the day, and there's only one team for it, and that is Manchester United. On the first days arriving at Manchester United, you can see some of the superstar players from back to front. Van der Sar in goal, Evra left back, still got Gary Neville at right back, a centre back partnership of the mammoth pair Vidic Ferdinand, Carrick Scholes in the centre midfield, CR7 left, Nani on the right, TEVEZ just behind Wayne Rooney in that striker position. What a formidable team. But backing that up is a very, very impressive bench as well. Still got the likes of Ryan Giggs, Louis Saha, Park, Hargreaves, and the Barcelona legend in Gerard Piqué. And of course, as we've rolled the years back, we have an absolute superstar, Cristiano Ronaldo, at 22 years of age. Is going to be some player for us this year. And with Wayne Rooney leading the line at only 21 years of age. Unbelievable stats. So to have Rooney, Nani, Ronaldo in these early tender years, we are built for success surely going forward. There are a few players in the squad which are starting to age. Gary Neville, 32 years of age. We're going to look to need to bring a new right back into the football club. But for another year, Gary Neville is still going to be up to the task. And the same goes for Paul Scholes as well, 32 years of age, but can still offer us something this year. Now, even though we are in 2008, we're going to be going for a setup that is a little more advanced, a little ahead of its time in the 4-2-3-1. So with looking at the squad on the screen, we know we've got plenty of quality, but like we said, there's some aging players in there. So we have got some offers made for some players in the transfer market. Currently have 4 offers in for players. Van der Sar, an aging goalkeeper, I believe he's 34 years of age. We are looking at Craig Gordon, 24 years of age. Some superb numbers, and definitely could come into this club and do a hell of a job for us for many years to come. We are going to try and beat Barcelona to the punch on Dani Alves. With an aging Gary Neville, I think bringing a player in of this quality, of this ilk, Dani Alves will fit nicely into this Manchester United team if we can get him through the door. But if we can't get Dani Alves over the line, we have another player we're looking at can play both wing back and full back, left and right hand side. None of that than the German and Bayern Munich legend Philipp Lahm. Unbelievable stats, and we've got a £15 million offer in for him at the moment. With Paul Scholes heading into the twilight years of his career, we want to get an exciting attacking midfielder, and I think Arda Turan definitely fits that bill. Can we bring him in? It would be one hell of a move. Currently playing for Galatasaray, but we can once again look to beat off the likes of Atletico Madrid and make sure he becomes a Manchester United player. So all 4 of them players are going to cost us just a mere £45 million if we can get them in for them sorts of numbers. They may want more money. We'll have to see exactly what we can do as we head towards the start of the season. Now, the first competitive game for us here at Manchester United, we will be facing off against Chelsea in the English Community Shield. With that being said, the fans are very, very upbeat about the season ahead. They said and they feel we have every chance of landing the league title, and also expect us to take the club on a successful campaign in continental competition. And just as we would have expected, the board sets some very high targets for us here at Manchester United. They want us to deliver success across the board this season, and they believe we are well equipped to finish in a good league position, and they also want us to reach the latter stages of the European and domestic cup competitions. This is going to be fun. We've got some absolute quality in the team, a classic Manchester United team from 2008. We know we've got some aging players there. We know we're going to maybe get 1, maybe 2 seasons out of them. But with some of them young players we're looking at bringing in, we could set this team up for success for the long term, just after maybe 1 or 2 transfer windows here at Manchester United. Let's run this forward a little bit now. We're going to see if we can bring some of these young, fresh faces into the club before we start off what could be a very, very successful campaign, and hopefully a long-term success. A long-term structure is being built here. I'll see you shortly. With the season now fast approaching, we are just about to have our first competitive game of the season in the Community Shield versus Chelsea. But this comes off the back of a very, very successful friendly campaign. A fantastic pre-season warm-up with 4 wins in a row. And we also managed to confirm 3 transfers into the club. We welcome in Arda Turan for £12 million. Dani Alves for £22 million, and our new backup goalkeeper in Craig Gordon for £16 million. The 3 new lads coming in, Gordon, Alves and Turan, are all on the bench, but they're young, they're hungry, and with Van der Sar, Gary Neville and Paul Scholes all aging, we've got 3 direct replacements to bring in for them, and the future so far is looking very, very nice. But with that being said, we know the board and the fans demand and expect success this season, and hopefully we can deliver. We've made some shrewd transfers. We already have a very, very good squad indeed. Let's kick off this season now. We'll come back at the end of the year, hopefully with some trophies under our belt and with our job intact. A very successful first and opening transfer window here at Manchester United. Some quality young players coming in. If it's anything to go by in real life, these guys had fantastic careers, especially Turan and especially Dani Alves as well at right back. Can we get a tune out of them? Will they bed into this Manchester United team for many years to come and deliver success? But like I said, let's roll this on now. We'll come back at the end of the season. Fingers crossed, guys, we've got some trophies. So we come back at the end of the first season. It's been a cracker. We've got a lot to look forward to and a lot to look at now. Let's dive straight into it. So at the end of the season, we have played plenty of competitions. Plenty of football has been played here at Manchester United. But first of all, how did we get on in the Premier League? As you guys expected, as the board, as the fans expected, we did bring home the Premier League title. We was crowned champions. 38 played, 28 won, amassing a whopping 91 points, only losing 3 games all season. There's some really noticeable performances across the season. Zaha, massive average rating of 7.83, but not just that. If we look at the goals scored, 28 goals for Zaha, 21 for Rooney, and Ronaldo and TEVEZ both chipping in with 13 goals. But where there's goals, there must be assists. And Ryan Giggs chipping in with 18, Ronaldo with 12, and even Rooney getting there with 7. So a very, very impressive Premier League season for us. No one could really stop us. We went on to dominate the league and bring home that trophy. We did manage to bring home the English Community Shield, beating Chelsea by 2 goals to 1. But it could have been a lot more comfortable. It should have been 3, 4, even 5 goals on the day. But it doesn't matter. It's another trophy in the bag. In the League Cup final, we took on a rival in Arsenal and we absolutely battered them. 6 goals to 2. There was a goal for Turan, a goal from CR7, but 4 goals from Louis Zaha. What a season he's had. In the FA Cup, we did get all the way to the final, and luckily enough, we had every single match throughout the whole competition. We was at home, we got to the final, we took on Chelsea, a goal for Ronaldo and a brace for Wayne Rooney got us that 3-0 victory and another trophy in Manchester United's cabinet. So winning the Premier League, winning the Community Shield, winning the League Cup and the FA Cup, we have dominated everything domestically. Then that means we could turn our attentions to the Champions League. With that being said, in the group stage, we dominated 6 games, 6 wins, Inter, Stuttgart, Red Star. No one could stop us. In the second round, we took on AS Roma and we had a comfortable tie, home and away, getting that 3-0 win in aggregate, getting us through to the quarter-final. In the quarter-final, we did take on a very, very good Ajax team and they pushed us all the way over the 2 legs. But fortunately for us, we come out the tie with a victory, 5 goals to 3. In the semi-final, it was 2 English giants up against each other and 2 Spanish giants in the other game. Barcelona coming out on top against Valencia by 4 goals to 1, and we managed to get the job done by 1 goal to 0 over Chelsea, thanks to a goal from, once again, Louis Saha. So that did indeed set up a very, very tasty final. Man United versus a very, very good Barcelona team with people like Messi and Ronaldinho. In the final, it was Barcelona that got off to a flying start thanks to a goal from Thierry Henry, 1 goal to 0, and the pressure did not stop. They kept up their relentless pressing, and eventually the ball did break to Henry. He put it away for 2 goals to 0. Barcelona fully in the driving seat after 10 minutes. But we didn't stop believing, we didn't stop fighting at all. We kept on going, and Ryan Giggs finds a little bit of space down the left, puts it back in to give us a lifeline at 2 goals to 1. But then as we was approaching the 52nd minute, the ball delivered into the box. ROONEY found a little bit of space to put the ball into the back of the net. 2-2, all square on the night. We got to the hour mark, and up stepped Deco from a free kick. He strikes it very, very well. He hits the post and goes in, giving Barcelona that 3-2 lead. We kept on pushing. We kept on pushing. It just wasn't going for us. And they had another shot. It was spilled by Van der Sar, and Thierry Henry was there to complete his hat-trick and ultimately bring home the trophy for Barcelona. So unfortunately losing the Champions League final by 4 goals to 2. But what an absolutely fantastic season it has been. The squad is still in a very, very good place. We've got some really, really good, talented players, and we've still got the likes of Rafael to come into the team, a youngster breaking into the fold. Welbeck potentially has got a lot to live up to over the next few seasons, and we've still got things to worry about. All them goals, all them assists from Ryan Giggs. Yes, he's retiring at the end of the season. We're going to need to replace them goals, them assists. We're going to have to go big in the transfer market to try and get someone to fill the boots of Ryan Giggs. Another player that will more than likely be leaving at the end of the season is Mikel Silvestre. 30 years of age, not getting as much game time as he would have liked. He's asked to leave. We've accepted his request. We're going to have to look for another new centre-back / left-back. At the moment, we've only got a measly £18 million left to spend, but with that being said, we are Manchester United. We are a powerhouse in the world of football, and I expect the board to put their money where their mouth is for us to be able to compete at the biggest stage and potentially go a step further in the Champions League next year. We need to improve. So a really notable first season for us, winning everything domestically, and we've had some big performances along the way. Biggest win is a 7-0 win against Reading. High scoring game, beating Arsenal by 6 goals to 2. So overall, a fantastic first season. We have won everything you can dream of domestically. It's about getting the right players in now in the summer transfer window and potentially and hopefully winning the Champions League next year. Absolute domination domestically for us, and I can't see anybody really stopping us unless they have some big summer transfer windows. We look a cut above everybody else in England. But with that being said, there's teams out there in world football that can get the better of us, i.e. Barcelona, who thrashed us in the final. Be under no illusions, guys. Yes, we dominated domestically. There's still a lot of work to do. We've got some big players leaving. We're going to need to do some big business in the summer transfer window if we get the funds available to us. But anyway, I'm going to go away now, have a busy summer transfer window, hopefully, and I'll bring you back at the start of season number 2. Business now has been finalised in the transfer market. The summer transfer window, was it as busy as I expected? Probably not. There's a couple of players out, but a couple of gems coming into the football club. But we're just on the start of the season now. We're about to kick off the competitive games. Let's have a look at the business we've done, and let's have a look at the Manchester United team for this upcoming season, where hopefully this year we can just focus on winning that Champions League. So yes, we're just about to kick off the competitive season, and it's Arsenal this year round in the Community Shield, which I fully expect to win anyway. But let's get into the transfers. Let's see what business has been done then we'll have a look at our team ready for the season. First of all, we are going to look at the outgoings, and Mikael Silvestre was the main one to leave the football club. He wanted out, he wanted regular first team football, he wasn't getting it at Manchester United, and out he has gone to Newcastle for £5.7 million. He's freed up about £40,000 a week in wages, so yeah, happy to move this guy on. The rest of the outgoings were a lot of reserve team players, a lot of youth team players, the likes of Tom Heaton, Cathcart, Shawcross. Nothing overly major, but let's have a look at the players now we have brought into the football club. It's added some serious quality and some serious strength in depth. With Mikael Silvestre leaving, we know we needed to sharpen things up at that wing-back left position, and we welcome in Marcelo. We brought him in from Real Madrid for £10 million. If he's half the player he was in real life, we've got a baller and definitely adds quality to the ranks here at Manchester United. And for £10 million, we can't grumble. And the second and last player to come in is David Silva. We know how good he was at Manchester City. We've managed to bring him in now to the red side of Manchester. Did cost a pretty penny, £30 million from Valencia. We've got him in. But with Giggs leaving, we was losing a lot of goals, a lot of assists, and to get this guy in, it really could be a game changer for us. Absolute elite talent. So happy to get him in. He's played 3 friendlies, got himself 1 goal, 2 assists. I think we can expect a very exciting season this year from David Silva. So going into this season now, we have the experienced goalkeeper of Van der Sar. Marcelo is going to be the starting left back, but that means we've got the quality of Evra coming off the bench. We've got Vidic and Ferdinand at centre-half, Dani Alves at right-back. Our centre-midfield partnership is going to be Owen Hargreaves and, for one more season, Paul Scholes. The front 4 are looking absolutely formidable. David Silva on the left, Wayne Rooney in that cam role, CR7 on the right with Carlos Tevez leading the line. But let's not forget, we've still got the quality of Luis Saha to come in. He's definitely going to score us a lot of goals this season. So overall, the first team is in an absolutely superb place. But we can't overlook the quality now in depth. Yes, the first 11 is fantastic. We've still got Nani, we've got Welbeck, Anderson, Park, Arda Turan, Gerard Piqué. We really are set for the season. And I've got a feeling it could be our year in the Champions League. So like we said, only a small amount of business done. But that Manchester United team now, it looks pretty scary, wouldn't you say? David Silva, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez. What more could you want from your front 4? It's going to be exciting. Do I expect us to win everything domestically? Yes. But the main thing for us this year, let's focus on that Champions League. Let's bring home that trophy. Everybody wants to win in European competition, and you want to be known as the best in the world. I think it's our year. So now you know, and I know, we have the quality and the skills and the power not to be a Power Ranger, but to win the Champions League.
It's morphin' time! Dragon Sword! Mastodon! Pterodactyl!
We arrived back at the end of the second season. The new players have settled in absolutely fantastic. Some great individual performances, but also some fantastic team efforts along the way. Before we dive into the competitions, we need to take stock of some of the individual brilliance from some of our players. Starting off with Carlos Tevez getting 36 goals in 50 games. Wayne Rooney, 31 goals in 54. Luis Saha chipping in with 30 goals across the season. And a couple of injuries did set him back this year. The one and only CR7, but did still manage to muster up 17 goals for us from the attacking midfield left position. But where there is goals, of course, there must be some individual brilliance regarding the passing, the creativity and the assists. And that takes us firstly to the Portuguese international in Nani. 20 assists across the course of the season. Definitely conjuring up some magic from the wide areas. Bringing us once again back to Carlos Tevez. Yes, he got his 36 goals, but he also got 15 assists as well from that attacking midfield central position. Cristiano Ronaldo chipping in with 8 assists. But also the new guys that come in. Dani Alves at wing back right getting 7. And David Silva in his first season picking up 9 assists. Not really living up to his £30 million price tag. just yet, but still his goals and assists were very, very important to us. We've seen where the goals come from, we have seen where the assists have come from, but let's not escape the fact that defensively we was absolutely fantastic. Van der Sar did only start the 12 games for us, only conceding the 6. But in stepped the younger, fresher, new number 1 in Craig Gordon. 49 appearances across all competitions, only conceding 30 goals. But in the Premier League, only conceding just 14 goals. We did manage to bring in one more player in the January transfer market. It cost us £15 million from Real Madrid. Fernando Gago coming in. Unreal stats. Didn't really feature too heavily for us straight away, but the young Argentinian definitely offering us some cover and some versatility down the spine of the team. So with all them goals scored and our impenetrable defence and goalkeeper, we have managed to make it 2 in a row, bringing home yet more Premier League glory. Our first competitive game we took on Arsenal in the Community Shield, and Eduardo pounced on us for the opener. 1-0 to Arsenal, but then from the free kick right before the 90th minute, up stepped Thomas Rosicky. He fires it past the goalkeeper in for 2-0, and Arsenal unfortunately beat us to that Community Shield this time around. In the League Cup third round, we took on Norwich at Carrow Road, thanks to one from TEVEZ, Anderson, a Carini own goal and a brace from Zaha took us through to the fourth round. And in that fourth round, we met Everton at Goodison Park. We did manage to come away with a 3-2 victory. Thanks to a hat-trick from Carlos Tevez, we managed to book our place into the next round. In the quarter-final, we travelled over to Birmingham and St Andrews, and we was too much for Birmingham City on the day. 2 for Wayne Rooney and a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo late on took us through to the semi-final. In that semi-final, we took on Chelsea, and we did manage to come through 5-3 on aggregate. And the home leg is where it made all the difference for us. A goal from Wayne Rooney, a brace from Zaha, is seen us go through to yet another final. In the final, we did meet Portsmouth, but with a good defensive interception there, Nani managed to break down that right-hand side, setting up Zaha, giving us that 1-0 lead. On the counter, just after the hour mark, Zaha got there just before the goalkeeper. David James caught in no man's land, 2-0, and we are on the cusp of yet another trophy in our cabinet. On the 82nd minute, we found a little bit of space on the right-hand side. Nani found the head of Louis Zaha, and it gave us that 3-0 lead, and it gave us the trophy once again. So a comfortable 3-0 win in the English League Cup. Now let's turn our attentions to the English FA Cup. In the FA Cup third round, it was an easy trip to Edgeley Park, a comfortable 5-0 win for Manchester United over Stockport. In the FA Cup fourth round, Everton travelling to Old Trafford, and it was another comfortable victory for us, courtesy of Nani, Ferdinand, and a goal just before the hour mark for Louis Zaha to book our place in to the next round of the FA Cup. Against West Ham, they did strike just before half-time, courtesy of a goal from Dean Ashton, giving them that slender 1-0 lead. But a mistake in the middle of the park, Craig Bellamy pouncing on a mistake from the defence as well, putting West Ham into a 2-0 lead. We couldn't manage to get a foothold back into the game, and unfortunately we exited the FA Cup this year. With the exit from the FA Cup, we turned our attentions now to the Champions League, and it was a relatively straightforward qualification. 6 games played, 5-1. Our only defeat in the group stage was at Old Trafford against Bordeaux, Bellion striking to give Bordeaux that important victory. But after a straightforward group stage for us, the second round was anything but straightforward. And fortunately for us, we did manage to get past a very, very talented Bayern Munich team on away goals. We picked up a 2-2 draw away at Bayern Munich, and then we held them to a 0-0 draw at Old Trafford, ultimately booking our place in the next round. In the quarter-final, we met the Spanish giants of Atletico Madrid, and we managed to come out on top, 5-3 on aggregate over the 2 legs. But that 2-2 draw at home did see us through. Not the most convincing performance, but a brace from Rooney got the job done. In the semi-final, it looks like the same old teams are in there. Barcelona managing to get through against Arsenal 2-0 aggregate, and we took on the old lady of the Serie A, Juventus, but we did manage to come out 3-0 across the two legs, but beating a absolutely world-class Juventus team that still had the likes of David Trezeguet, Pavel Nedved, and the Juventus and Italian legend of Alessandro Del Piero. But on that famous night in Turin, Zaha and TEVEZ guaranteeing us and booking us a place in the Champions League final, where unfortunately for us, we will be meeting the one and only FC Barcelona for the second time in 2 years. So it's a repeat from last year's final. Barcelona did get the better of us last time out. They've got some magical players. Messi, Ronaldinho, Iniesta, you name it. They have got the quality. Can we do it this time round? Did we get the job done? 22 minutes into the final, Giovanni finds Eto'o. He gets a little bit of space and Samuel Eto'o puts it home for 1-0 to Barcelona. Is it going to be heartbreak once again for Manchester United in the final? Just after the half an hour mark, ROONEY finds a little bit of space behind the back line, slots that ball home, scores our level 1-1 in the final. It is all still to play for. On the 75th minute though, Manchester United do get a throw-in down our left-hand side. Evra finds Silva, a little bit of space at the back stick, and who was there? It's none other than Cristiano Ronaldo to put that ball home. And CR7's goal was enough to get the job done here at Wembley. Manchester United, champions of Europe once again. I absolutely loved every second of that rebuild. Absolutely superb. Playing with some of the legends. Getting ROONEY, Ronaldo, TEVEZ, Ferdinand Vidic all back together. It was magic. Yes, the Man United team is pretty much there or thereabouts. It's only a short rebuild, so we can get used to playing the game again. There's going to be plenty of other rebuilds that I want to do. And of course, if there's any rebuild you want to see on Championship Manager 2008, there it is. Beautiful game. Let me know in the comments. We could maybe get Bournemouth or something like that back to the Premier League, which will be fun. But yeah, it's been good. It's been really enjoyable. We've won everything domestically. I wanted to make sure we win the Champions League. We've done it. We have done the lot. Happy, happy days. I've had a blast journeying back to Championship Manager 2008. It's been good fun. I've loved making it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. Remember, in the comments, any of these old school teams you want to see rebuilt. We're going to have some fun. We've got no FM25 to play. We'll just make the best of a bad situation. We'll just flutter between this and Football Manager 2024. Just keep, flip-flopping. I'm doing a bit of a dance. But yes, we've got loads of cool stuff. So make sure to give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Take care of each other. And I will see you all next time, guys. Bye from me. Peace out. Toodle pip.